today we have a fun one for you. We thought that we would sit down and talk about 20 fun random facts about us.
Random things.
We each get 10 facts and you guys get to know us a little bit better, and we have fun as we talk about ourselves.
Yeah, let's get it started. We got them on the phones. Number one, my favorite job ever was working as a spook at a haunted mansion at an amusement park. It was called Thumb Fun. It was in Door County. It doesn't exist anymore, sadly, but it was the best job I've ever had. I loved every day of getting into makeup and scaring people to death. Loved it.
This is why you love Halloween to this day.
Favorite holiday.
Yeah. Fact number 2 for me is that I am afraid of holes. It's actually a true condition and it's called trypophobia. You guys can Google it. I had no idea that I had it, but it was activated by something I saw online, and I just have a little bit more disgust than I am afraid of it. But if I see a cluster of holes all together, I don't know, it just freaks me out and I can't look at it.
Like the picture I'm going to put on the video right now.
No, don't do it.
Flower with all the holes. Number 3. My first car was a 1978 Honda Civic. 1978. That is the Carter administration. It was silver. Except that it was a little bronze too, because one of the doors fell off and we had to replace it. Luckily we had a bronze 1978 Honda Civic there to scavenge from for parts. And the speakers, we wired all the way to the very little hatchback, and when I turned a corner they were loose back to there, so the speakers would slide to one side of the car, and when I turned in the other direction they would slide to the other. Why I never got Velcro or figured that out, I don't know, but there's my number 3.
Pretty funny. Fact number 4 is that I actually have participated on a Brazilian reality TV show before. Believe it or not, it was actually just one episode, and it's a reality TV show called Mundo, Segundo Brasileiros, which translates to the world according to Brazilians, and they film Brazilians who live in cities all over the world. They did an episode in Chicago, and my brother actually signed me up for the show, and I got selected, and it was a lot of fun. I can put the link down below if you guys want to check it out. It's all in Portuguese, but Ryan is in the show as well.
It was fun.
We had a lot of fun.
You're really popular.
I am popular. JK.
Number 5, I have run several Michelin-starred restaurants. My former career back in Chicago and New York, I've been called service director and wine director, general manager, and I've dealt in fancy food and with fancy people for a living. So if you can eat it or drink it, I've eaten it and drunk it.
And I was lucky to be along for the ride.
Yes, she was.
Alright, fact number 6. Speaking of restaurants, I worked in restaurants for a long time as I was going through college in New York, and because I was working a lot in New York City, I was able to wait on a lot of celebrities. So I waited on Claire Danes, Dustin Hoffman, Terrace Howard, who else? Maggie Gyllenhaal.
It's a good one.
Yeah, so working in New York, you're able to see a lot of celebrities, and I was able to wait on a lot of them. They're all normal people, except when they get drunk. That's for another video.
Fact number 7. This is strange here. I was born twice. This should be my last one. This should have been my big closer. I was 11 pounds 6 ounces at birth. Look at that. And
I am terrified.
Yeah. I was so big that the story goes that they got my head out, and then I was too big. My shoulders were too big, and the doctors gave my mother a choice that they could break my shoulders and take me out. They said with forceps, I guess, take me out. Or, and they opted for solution number 2 here, they pushed me back in, and then my mother was given a cesarean section and out I popped. So I was born twice. My mother had the good fortune of going through the pain of live birth and then
C-section.
Getting drugs for a C-section. There it is.
What does that mean for us, huh?
Very fair question.
Okay. Fact number 8. So speaking of celebrities and everything, I don't get starstruck very often because I just talked about my last fact. But once I ran a race, and Sean T, if you guys know Sean T, let me know in the comments below. Sean T was actually the announcer for this race, and I freaked out when I saw him. He is the biggest, I don't know, my dream was to see him, to meet him, and I did Insanity twice, and I love Shanti. So I met him, we have a picture as well, we can put it in here so you guys can see it, and I heart you, Shanti.
Of all of the celebrities you could get excited for, you get pumped for this guy from an aerobics video. He's hardcore, actually. I did Insanity once.
Yeah.
It's hard. Number 9, I was in college for one summer. I was a door-to-door salesman. I sold books in Texas, first in Waco, and then in all these small towns, and then for most of the summer in Austin. And they were educational books for kids, and it was a company called Southwestern. I assume it still exists. It was out of Nashville, but it was the hottest summer of my life, door-to-door selling books in Texas.
Oh, I can only imagine. Fact number 10, I paid for college myself. It's something that I'm actually really proud of. I
am too.
I
Nice
moved
job.
to the US to go to university. It was one of my biggest dreams to go to university in the US, and my parents could not afford it. I lived in Brazil at the time, and they are from Brazil, and I just decided to go and try to do it, and I worked for a year straight, saving money, and then eventually I got a scholarship for grades, and I worked full-time throughout my entire college career, and I graduated with honors.
Waiting on celebrities the entire time.
Waited tables full-time. I would go to school in the morning and then get out of school, go to work, and work until 1 in the morning, go back home, and do it all again. So,
Nice job,
one of my greatest accomplishments.
Yeah, I'm gonna give her the high five that you can't right now. Yeah. Number 11, I was a very clean child. This is, again, what I'm told. But I believe it because I still sort of am today. My mother said that when she would try to feed me when I was a baby, if I would get food on me, I would freak out until she cleaned it. So I just did not like getting dirty. I am sort of still like that. Do I freak out if I get stuff on me?
Yes,
Freak out
all
if I get
the time.
stuff. Don't spill coffee on Ryan, or Ryan will have a little meltdown. I'm trying to get better, but it's sort of the truth.
You're getting better. Be married to me. Fact number 12 for me is that I'm addicted to lip balm. I am obsessed. I've been addicted to lip balm for, I don't even know, since I was a teenager. I can't live without it. I always have stock full of lip balms around the house. Now I transitioned from like a little bit more harsh lip balms, such as Carmex and chapstick and stuff, and now I'm using natural cocoa butter, so I'm feeling better about my transition. Cocoa butter, cocoa butter.
I prefer Carmex, but I only use it like 3 times a year when I get chapped lips. I do not use it at all. Fact number 13, I once took a 2,500-mile road trip with my grandpa, of all people.
Well, your grandpa's amazing.
My grandpa's amazing.
Yeah.
We could record a
whole video
just about my
yeah.
grandpa. We took the trip from Portland, Oregon to Wisconsin, took this southern route via Colorado, and it was because my great-grandmother at the time was too old to be living by herself out in Oregon, so my grandparents moved her in with them, and I got to take the road trip with Grandpa, and it was awesome, and it was a nice special memory.
Special.
And I looked up today that it's the same distance as it is from Madrid to Moscow for any of you living in Europe right now.
That's crazy. That's far. So fact number 14 is that I love learning new languages. I am fluent in English and in Portuguese. I also speak Spanish pretty well, and I've studied Italian as well. So when we have traveled around Europe and everything, I am the voice for Ryan.
Who needs Google when you've got Google?
Exactly.
Thank you. Number 15, I have been skydiving twice. A lot of people won't even do it once, I don't think, so I'm pretty proud of it. I went on my 18th birthday and my 21st birthday. They were both tandem jumps. I was huge compared to the guy that was strapped to my back, and one time they thought we broke bones because I think it was the second time I went. My foot, it hit the ground.
Ouch.
I was trying to keep them both lifted up and my foot caught on the ground, and we just went into this death spin on the ground, and everybody freaked out, and no bones were broken.
Ouch.
No bones were broken.
And fact number 16 for me is that my favorite band of all time is the Decemberists. They are a band from Portland, Oregon. I love them to death. I can listen to their album and their songs over and over and over on repeat, and I've seen them live 3 times. Once in New York and twice in Chicago with Ryan.
Yep.
Yeah.
You do listen to their albums on repeat, by the way.
I know.
But I don't mind, actually. You're good. Number 17, I sound like an announcer, you know this, and I'm the only one in my family that does, and I have no idea why. Everybody else has a normal voice, and I'm not just talking about like the tone of my voice, but the way that I say things. My sister just talks like a normal human, and I sound like I'm dishing the dirt on a commercial or something, and I don't need it to be like this. My only theory is that my parents, when I was a little boy, owned a video store, and I think they used to sit me down on, great parenting here, they used to sit me down in front of hours of television, and I think maybe I watched a lot of documentaries or something, a lot of BBC documentaries.
All of you guys, a lot of you guys have mentioned below that Ryan's sound should be on the radio, so maybe someday.
Just the way I sound.
Yeah,
like, it's not
it's
put
just
on.
normal.
I don't, all my friends make like very good-natured jokes about it. They all have Ryan Hill impressions. I don't know why. It is just the way that it is.
It is unique, and it is amazing. Fact number 18 for me is that I drink more water than anyone that I've ever met. I drink so much water, not because it's something that I train myself to do. I know that drinking water is really healthy for people, and when I was young, like 15 years old, I thought that I didn't drink a lot of water, so I would just fill up a glass with ice chips, and then I would munch on it for a long time. And then just that, I don't know, that got me like into drinking water, and I drink water non-stop. I always have to have water next to me, and I drink it non-stop.
It's good for me, and I stay a little bit more hydrated because of it, but we also have to stop a lot on road trips to go to the bathroom.
That is true.
Number 19, my last one here. I always knew that I would live in a place with palm trees. For real. I don't know how I knew this. It's not something that I dreamt about or even something really that I wished about. I just always knew that I would live at some point in a tropical environment. I just didn't know that it would be in South America, here in Brazil, but here I am.
And you live literally by the palm trees.
I'm looking at a palm tree right now. Out that window, I see multiple palm trees.
And fact number 20 and last one for us is that I was a terror as a child. I feel bad for my parents, and I hope karma is not a real thing. I actually broke both my arms 4 times in total, and my left arm, I broke it once when I did gymnastics. I fell on it, and I heard it popping. Like, I remember clearly hearing it like crack, and I thought that I fell on a branch. And when I got up, my arm was in the shape of an S.
Don't listen.
It was like awful. I was about 9 years old, and my mom literally almost had a heart attack. I got up and I showed her my arm, and she just like freaked out. Thankfully, my aunt was there with her, and she was able to drive me to the emergency room. But you know, the next day I was already doing something crazy again, such as like climbing a tree or climbing a wall or falling on my face. And
so that's what we have to look forward to. So guys, this is it for us. I hope you liked our list of 20 random facts about us, and we hope you know us a little bit better now too.
Yeah.
If you liked this video, definitely give us a big thumbs up and leave a lovely comment down low, and do subscribe if you haven't, and we will come back and see you soon in another video.
bye!
Bye!
There's so many ways to escape, but I guess it's time to make